Okay everyone, how's it going? This is of course your favorite airdrop hunter, Light here, and today we are going to be diving into AVAX ecosystem, a coin that has slowly crept its way to top 10. I feel like not too long ago it was a top 50 coin, but good for AVAX I guess. And there are obviously multitude of different projects building out on AVAX, and there's also many projects which do not have their tokens yet, which we are going to be addressing in this video. But the first and probably one of the more important criterias is actually staking. Now, in case you're familiar with AVAX, they have their own chain, and then there's the seed chain, which is basically the EVM chain that most people basically interact with. But the staking happens outside of the seed chain. I can't remember the letter. Was it T or X or something like that? So you basically will be needing an AVAX wallet which supports the both. It's a bit of a complex process, but I think I have actually a video about it somewhere on the channel actually. So in case you're not familiar with the staking, I'm gonna link it on the corner. Now, there has been a couple of drops which have previously, dropped to people who have staked their AVAX. And I think there might be some coming in the future. When it comes to AVAX in general, I have been missing out on a lot of the drops, like what was the pangolin, and then there was a gondola or something like that. And I missed out on those. And I think that was because I wasn't staking at the right time and the right amount. So, and the APY is actually pretty decent. There are some liquid staking options. And I have to speak from a personal experience here because I have been hunting airdrops on AVAX for a long time. And I did do liquid staking, technically, with like 4 different lending protocols. And actually all of them went bankrupt. So I was left with like Bliss AVAX, Snow AVAX, and like... Benji did an exit scam, but like so many of these, and I lost like a lot of AVAX on like these fucking things, which I'm never able to get anymore back into AVAX, so that kind of sucks. So just be kind of careful about where you are going to be lending your AVAX, because it does have this kind of shitty history of these lending protocols which like go bankrupt. And before we continue with the other things on the list, I do want to remind you to check out my ultimate airdrop spreadsheet. Multitude of different entries being updated on a daily basis about hottest projects on DeFi, all the blockchains that you can think of really. And it also has a SoFi airdrop list here, and we also have new chains without tokens, and will these airdrop hierarchy, airdrop tools and things that allows you to check things. A lot of useful stuff, so go check it out. I'm gonna leave that in the description. Now, one of the main reasons we talked about that AVAX staking is because we have this project coming out like Landslide. And this is something that a lot of people haven't talked about. I watched some other people's AVAX airdrop videos. I always do this, check out what other people are doing, and they are always missing something. And Landslide is going to be, as they say, an IBC chain that is going to be connecting to Avalanche, and I think they're going to be offering liquid staking for AVAX. So you're going to be able to bridge out your AVAX, which is liquidly staked inside of this Landslide network, and that's going to be obviously brought into the whole IBC chain. And it's going to be allowing new forms of liquidity probabilities and opportunities. And I believe that this Landslide airdrop is going to be happening to Avalanche stakers. And maybe there's some other like crazy DeFi users or things like that could be on the criteria as well. But I do believe that people who are staking their AVAX are going to be eligible for this. The integration partners here are also Cosmos, Osmosis, and Archway. So I believe that people who are going to be staking those 3 coins have, except Archway. And there was recently another drop for Archway, so it seems to be kind of like building up a bit of an interest for the airdrop stakers in the business. But yes, I do believe that this is going to be one of the bigger drops happening out, and there's a lot of promise here because you're connecting into a top 10 chain, and this is probably allowing us to basically use AVAX on more DeFi opportunities, on maybe more trustworthy protocols altogether. Then we have Hyperspace, which is a multi-chain project that exists on Solana and Sui as well. They have this reward system, which we have talked about. I think we talked about it back in Season 1 and Season 2. Now, currently, we are on Season 4, and it's basically very simple. You are basically forced to buy NFTs and then sell them. Or maybe you bought in another site and then you're going to be selling them afterwards. They have a launch pad of new things that are being released. A lot of these I missed actually, so maybe next time I will be on time to be on these. And these have been very successful mints, like in terms of the price that they were sold at, and then what they basically went through. And I think this was like literally, yeah, this was today. I missed it. It was like 0.42 AVAX, and now it's like 7. So that's crazy. And people are not only getting those rewards from the launch, but they're also getting the points that are being, 7.6 right now. So, or is that the volume? That's not the floor. No, that's the volume here, the floor. So yeah, this is kind of like, if you get into one of those launch pads, I think you can get some really easy points and really good flip at the same time throughout the marketplace. But once again, this is going to be one of the airdrops. And throughout these reward systems, you are getting paid in AVAX. And then we are assuming, obviously, that Hyperspace is going to be having their own token coming out later on. So that's pretty good. Then we have Stars Arena. I have obviously reviewed this, done an individual video on this platform. At least I remember I have. I'm pretty sure that I have done. At least I have talked about it in 2 other videos in the past. And they had a bit of a hiccups. I think there was a hack and relaunch and rebranding a bit, like they changed the logo. And it's still kind of void of like features that I would like to see, but it's still like a bit better experience compared to like FinTech and some others. And I have made some decent money here from just like trading and people buying my keys. And I've also sold my own keys. And the system is pretty simple. They have already announced an airdrop here, so I've gained some points. And you get points by, referring other people. Then, just, I don't think you get from commenting, but also you're going to be getting points from trading other people's keys and selling your own keys and etc. So there's going to be multiple different things that are going to be. So here it says activity, portfolio value, referrals, ticket price, tipping volume, trading volume, and views. So if people watch your stuff a lot too, then you're going to be getting things. And just by signing up, if you have a big Twitter account, people might be auto buying your keys and trading them if there's still bots around. So that's pretty good. And there seems to be a couple of different tokens here available. I don't know what exactly are these meme coins or what exactly. And it's totally safe because you get to have your own private key alongside with the wallet that you're going to be creating with the site. So it's pretty easy drop to do. And it is still like by total value locked, 3rd one on the list on the SoFi platform. So this is pretty big. Moving on, we have Avi. This is Avalanche name service. They cost $5 to sign up domains. There's 2 different options here that you can do. There's like a privacy version. Let me register to the right side. So when you continue like registration, so $5, you can do this enhanced privacy thing. And these are, the NFT exchanges cannot list your domain names. Others will have difficulty reading your domain names. Your wallet will not remember your domain names. Reverse resolution will not work for your domain names, blah, blah, blah. So you have this feature. This could be a one criteria to have one domain that's using standard privacy and one using enhanced privacy. I just renewed my own domain, lightliger.avax, and maybe I will buy another one at some point. I don't know. It's been kind of sketchy on the domain market right now, but I think they're kind of convenient, and there's not really that much of a cost and interaction. It's really just buying one domain, then maybe just renewing it for a couple of years, and then you're going to be eligible for that airdrop. But that's something simple you can do if you have a lot of money to throw at something. Maybe you want to do this. Then we have a betting platform on trade sports or trade sports betting position. So that's kind of interesting format, and I'm pretty sure that hasn't been done before. Big partners here like Ava Labs, and I don't know these other ones, but Ava being directly involved in here is actually pretty bullish. And you need to sign up your email and Twitter, and that's basically you're going to be eligible when the actual website will be launching. So Could be interesting, but obviously I think people are getting a bit tired about these leverage websites, and a lot of people don't have the expertise to, trade on leverage things, and so there's that. So there's going to be having NBA, NFL, and NBA. Why is it saying these 2 times again? Like, why there's 2 NBAs? I don't know, but whatever. And it's actually using layer 0 here, so that's kind of bullish. So these are good things that are running on the background. But yeah, then we have Struct, which is markets platform where we can basically provide liquidity on. I think they have garnered a fair amount of money. There is a leaderboard here, which is going to be retroactive and future incentives, and we obviously know what that essentially means. And it doesn't seem like super competitive when you think about it, when you look at these things. So I think you can get into top 100 pretty easily. What is this invested? Like only $200, and people are already on the top 200. So that's kind of impressive. So not a lot of investment to get in the top here. But, as I said, there's a lot of derivatives and a lot of these DeFi protocols popping up right now. So which ones are going to be actually valuable? Hard to say. But this is another one you can take a look at. Then we have this Colony thing, which has their own airdrops that they're distributing. I don't know much about these. I know Dex a lot. And then some of these might be like meme coins and things like that. But basically, staking your Colony token will get you access to these airdrops. So that's a very interesting model and something to definitely look into. I think you can stake your AVAX to here as well. So it's an interesting model. I don't know like how much you have to stake these to actually get a good position, but they have allegedly give out $23 million worth of drops and 1.2 million participants. So that's pretty crazy. So, and that's a lot of people for a DeFi protocol. I don't know if I'd actually believe that, but if that's a true number, like then impressive. So this is another one that I would definitely look into if you want some passive airdrop, drops. I don't know the dates on these, so that's something that needs to be looked at. Then second last thing we're going to be talking about is Delta Prime. This is a multi-DeFi protocol thing. It has derivatives here. You're also, I believe, allowed to do LP farming. Then there are normal farms here. And then they do have a lending site. So basically another one where you can provide liquidity and borrow from the site. So this one is pretty big. I think they had a pretty sizable social media following already. And it seems that there's a fair amount of money already, like 5 million here. Okay, so that's pretty good. And yes, but you gotta be really careful about those lending protocols on AVAX because the history is what it is. And then very lastly, we have a wallet called Core. And this is actually a pretty good wallet. I might have to do like a separate review out of it. They do have a mobile version and an extension. I think those are going to be criteria. Like they're going to be having the quests only on mobile or only on the extension or some shit like that. Right now, this is not the extension version. This is just the website, which you can log in with your MetaMask, for instance, which I'm doing right now. But probably I'm going to be getting the extension and the mobile version at some point in case they're going to be starting a point system or something like that for Core. Then other criteria which are probably going to be mattering here is actually doing the bridge functionality. And what does it's gas token airdrop. Bridge more than $75 of any token on the Avalanche and receive an AVAX airdrop. And that's probably coming from AVAX Foundation or something like that. And then there seems to be this AVA GPT thing here. And then there's a buying functionality through an on-ramp, Boomбase and Coinbase. And then lastly, there is a staking thing here, which you can do. Let's see if actually if they have their own validator node, then absolutely stake to that. And as you can see, as I said, like, it's going to be available on the extension only. So cross-chain transfers, those are also going to be a feature that you might want to consider. Yeah, so basically you do need to have, this is a great wallet for Avalanche, by the way, because it allows you to do so many different things. So something to really, really consider. But that's basically what we have to cover in terms of the AVAX ecosystem. as I'm making this video and uploading it, I'm probably going to be having a new poll at the YouTube community page, which chain we are going to be addressing next. We are kind of at the phase we have, interacted and done videos on all of these new upcoming chains. There's only like maybe 2 or 3 ones that we haven't talked about, like Metis, and what else do we have, like Linera and Haven 1, but there's not really that much stuff going on those chains as of right now. And yeah, there's Blast video coming out soon. So yeah, go vote on the new video, and we're going to be digging about what we're going to be covering there, obviously. But join the Telegram and the Discord communities to be up to date with the newest airdrops on the scene, obviously, and my spreadsheet. Thanks for watching. I will be seeing you in the next video when it will be dropping out.